Ladies have this trick photography thing online that I like to call the Iceberg Pose. Yeah, it's when you take a selfie from way up here. And I call it the Iceberg Pose because 85% of your mass has been cropped out of this damn picture. It all lies below the surface. I met this girl in real life. She was twice the woman I was expecting. Okay? I didn't get catfish. I got Moby Dick that particular evening.
Comedy kicks off right now. It's gonna be a home run of jokes shot right into the goal. Yeah, we're trying to steal away some of the sports crowd right now. This is Laughs. Hey, welcome to Laughs. I'm your host, Taylor Tomlinson, and you can just put down the remote right now. You've made the right choice. Let's do this.
Been having problems with women. I don't know why. Be trying to date them. They all want to be my friend. It's like, we're not friends. You don't play basketball? What we gonna be friendly about? Fine, you want to be my friend, you got to be just like my guy friends. That means you can't call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Tell me I can't sleep. I wish one of my buddies would call me at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yo, dog, I can't sleep. Well, kill yourself, all right? You be asleep then, damn it. Don't call me. It's always weird, man, be dating girls. I mean, like, I do Tinder. I like the dating app sometimes. You don't do that? You ever do that stuff? It's weird when, like, people bring their morals to a dating app. They say stuff like, just looking for friends. If you're looking for friends, bitch, go to the park, all right? How you gonna come on here and make me feel weird on the dating app? I'm trying to hook up, not looking for hookups, well, go home. Don't come on here with that stuff.
How are you? My name's Will. I was born in Boston, Massachusetts. You may have noticed I don't have that thick of a Boston accent because I'm not drunk right now, guys. That's the beauty of a good Boston accent. It makes you sound drunk even if you're not drunk, right? Even children. My niece is 5 years old. She lives in Southie. She sounds hammered 24 hours a day. She's always like, I want to watch Dora the Explorer. Put on Dora. Like, put the scotch down, I'll put it on, all right? Jeez.
I've been doing that breakup drinking. I don't know if it counts as breakup drinking if you have a new boyfriend now. Like, I'm not drinking like a girl going through a breakup. I'm drinking like a middle-aged man whose daughter was murdered. Yeah, I'm drinking like a gay movie star in the 1950s. Like, I gotta chug a secret down. I really don't want to go back to AA, though. I don't know, everyone there, I don't fit in there. Everyone there's like, I lost my wife, I lost my kids, I lost my job because of drinking. It's like, oh, I lost my keys a lot. I like lunch, I lost that sometimes. Pretty sure it was gonna leave me anyway. But the thing about AA is they kind of trick you when you get in. They're like, all right, here's how you know if you're a real alcoholic. Answer me this question. Are you a real alcoholic? And I was like, no, I don't think I am. They're like, and that's how you know. That's what all the real alcoholics say. It's like, I still don't think I am, so I guess let me change my answer to yes, I am an alcoholic. They're like, and that's step 1, and now you're in the program. I was like, whoa, I'm feeling pretty powerless right now. They're like, that's step 2. It's like, God, help me. They're like, that's step 3, and now you are chapter president. Congratulations, Miss Davis.
I read recently that the United States government, we spend $600 billion a year on the military. And that's not soldiers' pay, by the way. That's just $100 bags of laundry and planes that don't fly. And every time a Halliburton truck runs out of wiper fluid, they set it on fire, apparently. So it's a lot of money, you know what I mean? No, I feel like things cost more money all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys heard, but next month, Netflix is going to be raising its prices. It's going to be $20 a month for Netflix streaming. Did you guys hear about this? Yeah. That's not true, but you see how you felt pain inside just now? Over $20? $600 billion you see how much more upset you should be now about that other number. Just trying to make it real for you. I found out one Tomahawk missile is $1.4 million. That's 7 Lamborghinis. We could just drop 7 Lamborghinis on a terrorist camp, and that's a way bigger screw you to terrorists when you think about it, is to try to crush them with douchey symbols of wealth from the sky. You just drop golf clubs and dressage horses and Louis Vuitton bags packed with tiny dogs. We could just let them rain down.
I've been going to the gym. I hate that place. I don't get along with the people there. I don't have the same sense of humor as the guys at the gym. Like the other day, this big muscly guy came up to me and he's like, "Hey man, I've seen you here a lot lately. What are your goals? Like, what are you trying to accomplish while you're here at the gym?" And I was just goofing around. I was like, "Oh, I just want my muscles to be bigger than my personality." And he just kind of stared at me for a minute, and he was just like, "You'll get there." I'm divorced. I am. Thank you. Oh, thank you. It's weird. The other day, my ex-wife got mad at me, and it didn't matter. It was awesome. She's like, "I'm so mad at you right now." I'm like, "Who cares?" I have to leave. The reason I was there, I was picking up my kids. I have 3 kids. They're actually her kids from her first marriage, but I still raise them and take care of them and provide for them and do all that stuff. They don't see their biological father, and that I still like. And you guys are looking at me like, "Why would you do that?" Well, I also have a tattoo that says "Why So Serious" from the Dark Knight movie, and then my ex-wife's name on my wrist. So decisions aren't my thing. I like the kids. I learned things from them. Like I learned what a thigh gap is. I had no idea what it was. But I follow my kids. They're like teenagers now, and my oldest is all about a thigh gap. And thigh gap is like when you stand with your feet together. Girls want there to be a little space right here. Because there's a space right here, then girls comment and say you're skinny. Because in our culture, if you're skinny, it means you're sexy or pretty or something like that. It's not sexy. The medical term for a thigh gap is rickets. Right? And it's not attractive. It's like, "Ooh, I really like the way your vitamin D deficiency makes your bones soft. So your femurs splay out like a melting Barbie." You're too skinny. Eat a sandwich, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Hey, we're on Twitter, @LaughsTVShow. Tweet us what you love, tweet us what you hate. I'm going to read every single one and become an emotional wreck, so that'll be fun. Let's get back to the show.
I suffer from clinical depression. I've suffered from clinical depression since I was super young, 13 or so. And for the first time in my life, I'm on antidepressants. And antidepressants are dope. I don't know why my parents kept them away from me, all right? But I didn't know what to expect. I'm on Zoloft. I didn't know what to expect on Zoloft. I thought it got rid of the depressed feeling and it gave me a more upbeat mood. But all it did was put this Krispy Kreme glaze over my depression. So I'm still as sad and suicidal as I always was, but now I'm so optimistic about it. I used to sit in my room when I was a sad little goth kid when I was 16. It's like, man, I'll probably kill myself when I turn 40 at some hotel in the middle of nowhere. Now on Zoloft, I'm all like, which hotel's it gonna be? Which hotel's it gonna be? There's Holiday Inns, there's Holiday Inn Expresses. The world is my oyster.
Now I'm getting old, hate getting old. Thing I hate about old is you can't do stuff you did when you were young. I used to love to shop. I can't go to the malls anymore. I'm too old to go to the mall. I go in those stores and they look at me like I don't belong. I went in that Forever 21 store and the lady's like, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me." Well, you don't have a Forever 55 store. Getting fat. Don't even have to do anything to get fat anymore. Same thing every day. I get up, have a little breakfast, and I weigh myself. And then I cry for 4 or 5 hours. Every day, same routine. A little breakfast, way cry. And today there was a commercial on the television for Charter Mental Hospital for the depression. It said, if you don't call Charter, call somebody. So I called Pizza Hut. That and a bottle of Chianti, I was fine. Can't do anything physical. When I was young, I was physical. I was an athlete. I used to run marathons when I was a young girl. I used to mountain climb. I used to water ski, snow ski. I used to show horses, jumping horses over fences. Never got hurt. Now, a little different. Last week, screwed up my back. Ended up in the emergency room all night. You know how I did it? I slept funny. I can't go to bed without almost killing myself.
Ha! I gotcha. Yep. First half of the show was a little bit longer tonight, which means now if you change the channel, you'll have already missed the first half of Law & Order. The half that sets everything up. You will understand nothing. I'm a genius. But the whole show's funny, so stick around. Look who's coming up. Funny people. Laughs will be right back. Welcome back to Laughs. Here is more funny.
I was raised Catholic, and I stopped. Raised Catholic, when someone says, I was raised Catholic, it's a really nice way of saying I'm not Catholic anymore. Yeah, other people. I stopped being Catholic when I was 18. I should have stopped when I was 16, because when I was 16, I went to an all-girls Catholic high school, and a man came to our school to talk to us. He was hired. He didn't just wander in. And he came to talk to all of us, and he held up a trophy in front of all of us, and he said, "This is your virginity." Yeah, doesn't go up from there. And then he said, and then say you share it with someone. And then he smudged up the trophy a little bit. He said, then say you share it with somebody else. And then he broke the little baseball bat off the trophy. And he's like, then say you share with a whole bunch of people. And then this man proceeded to beat the crap out of a trophy in front of a sea of wide-eyed teenage girls. And then he picked it up off the ground and he was like, then you meet the man of your dreams. Trophy's all messed up now, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think he knows how sex works. Because some people polish your trophy.
A few things about myself. My name is Cory Robinson. I'm a comedian, I'm an actor, I'm a writer, currently living in Los Angeles, so therefore, by city ordinance, I am an Uber driver. You're welcome. And people always wonder if I get in a lot of weird situations. I get this very common awkward situation I find myself in a lot. I like to call it the ride of shame. Some of you know where I am going with this. Don't get ahead of me. The ride of shame usually takes place the night after a one-night stand, usually between the hours of like 5 and 8 a.m. And I know what this call is coming in because I'll get a request from a guy and pick up a female. Sometimes the other way around, and it's way less awkward, you know? Just a bunch of high fives and dirty jokes, you know? But when I pick up the ride of shame, you know, it's usually some lady standing out on the corner. Her hair's a little messed up. She's wearing the same outfit from last night. She gets in my car. She starts texting. She doesn't want to make any eye contact, doesn't say a word to me. And just to break all the awkward tension in my vehicle, I'll be like, hey, he'll call back. Don't cry, don't cry.
Yep, I promised you funny comics, and I delivered. Laughs will be right back. Welcome back to Laughs. We have more great comics from all over the country for you right now. Here we go.
I went to San Francisco recently. I love it there. You guys go? Yeah, it's so beautiful. I went to San Francisco, and I did this thing where you take a shared Lyft ride, a shared Uber Lyft ride with a stranger, or as we introverts like to think of it, my Everest. And so while we were in the car, we drove by the Presidio Park where the Golden Gate Bridge is, and I was like, oh my gosh, like 8 years ago, I rode my bike over the Golden Gate Bridge, and it was just like this really spiritual, deep experience for me. And she said, people come here from all over the world to kill themselves on that bridge. Like, it sounded like she was mad at me for bringing up a bridge. Or alternatively, she was trying to give me a subliminal suggestion. And you guys get it. I grew up in Seattle, Washington, which is the suicide capital of the universe. And if I didn't kill myself there, I'm definitely not going to kill myself in the Sunshine State. And I said that, and then she said, technically Florida is the Sunshine State, not California. And I was like, oh, you don't want any friends, do you?
Hey, you can see our best clips, watch full episodes, and find out where to see our comics live at laughstvshow.com.
But you know what? My dad gives me a lot of crap about not knowing Spanish. Like, we'll have a conversation with a family member. They're talking in Spanish. All of a sudden, my dad will turn to me and be like, you know what he said? No, Dad, no. I don't speak Spanish. Whose fault is that? Your fault. I don't know if you remember, you didn't teach me when I was a baby. You never asked. I was a baby. Don't know if we covered that part. Just a little difficult. And I know it's not too late for me to learn. I can still try, but I suffer from a bit of a learning disability, so it's very hard for me to retain certain information. And I know it'd mean the world, especially to my grandmothers, because English is their second language. Spanish is their first. So when they communicate in English, it's very difficult for them to communicate to me. And I tried to find a good middle ground. So what I've been doing for years, and nobody's called me on it, what I've been doing for years is basically talking to them as though English is my second language. And you guys hear me, I talk English good. And like they'll come up to me, they'll just be like, oh, Julian, how is everything? How are you? How is everything going? I'll be like, oh, you know, Grandma, ¿cómo se dice? It's fine, you know, it's good, it's going, you know.
Hold on to your hat, or your pants, or your socks, whatever you're wearing that might come off, because coming up, we got the last laugh. Oh my gosh, this is so special. I'm gonna introduce it with a Renaissance bow. Here it is, the last laugh.
Thank you. I do get late very often. So I was born and raised in France, but my parents come from another romantic country, Iran. See, that's the problem in America is people have the wrong idea about Iran. So tonight, I would like to play a melody that really shows the relationship between America and Iran because I think we should live in peace. If you want to download this music, it's on CNN.
Okay, that was the show. Yeah, don't ask me for more. I gave all I got, all right? I gotta save something for next week, all right? You know what? I'm just gonna end it here. Renaissance bow. See you next week. Hey, Mike, you should subscribe. Are you like totally freaking out because I said your name right now? Subscribe and I'll tell you how I did it.